What up, what up, what up? And here I go. It's your boy, Comic Chat, doing an impromptu stream tonight. This is something that I want to talk about because I heard Mark with the C said that he didn't agree with something that I said, and I respect what Mark does. So I want to come at it and put my own particular spin on it. But before we get into it today, if this is the first time you're viewing my channel, please, please, please subscribe. I need some subscribership, man. I've been sticking on, I think, 1,400 for a minute now. So please subscribe. Please hit that notification bell. Please give me that thumbs up. I don't know exactly how the thumbs up helps in the YouTube algorithm. All I know that it does. So please throw a brother a thumbs up. Also, please, please, please leave a comment. If you leave any comment, I read all my comments and I try to respond to you in a timely fashion. I definitely appreciate you taking the time out and leaving me a comment. Is most appreciated. Today's topic is going to be recasting Chadwick Boseman to CHALLA. I'm for let's don't recast him because I think Chadwick Boseman, in my opinion, was such an iconic artist, actor, and he breathed life into T'Challa. So I want to say, well, how can we have a compromise? The only way is that, in my mind, and I want y'all to definitely tell me in the chat, do you agree with me? You don't disagree with me. The only way that I think that fans could definitely accept the recasting T'Challa, if you're on that side of the fence, is that right here. I want to show you this clip before we get into it. Before I get into the clip and getting deep into the show, I want to give shouts out to the people in the chat. Daddy Lion Fluff, I definitely appreciate your support. Maz Mama Bear always support me. I appreciate that. Also, Eyes Only, I appreciate you coming in. And thank y'all. And if you can, please share this out. I want to get more people. So far, I see I got 6 people in here, but I want to try and get more. I want to play this clip for you just to try to prove my point on what I believe should happen.
It was my duty to fight for what I love. I should have...
Can't blame me, I almost died. Stay. I think I know a way you can still fulfill your calling. Please stay.
Hello. Please excuse the technical difficulties, but if you saw that particular that clip, that is Nakia, who's the love interest of Chadwick Boseman, aka T'Challa, aka Black Panther, and he asked her to stay. I believe she stayed. And what I believe happened, and what I believe Marvel should do, Ryan Coogler should do, is write in the story that they have a child. Now, this child could be an infant or a toddler in the upcoming Wakanda Forever. That's how I would write it. And that he is not old enough to fit into his father's shoes. Now, if you watch the Young Avengers, it was an animation that came out. Black Panther had a son, and all the Avengers were killed by Ultron. And Black Panther's son, and this is just a picture of him. Name was Azuri, and he had some of the Black Panther powers. A little bit more high tech than what we saw, but his name is Azuri. So we know that Marvel has been famous for cherry picking stuff. They could cherry pick that, change his name to Azuri to T'Challa, and then in Black Panther 3, and I even got a name for it, Return of the King. Black Panther 3, Return of the King, when we see this child is about 15, maybe even 20 years. He is a young man, just like T'Challa was, and now he has been coached by these 4 women right here. His aunt, which would be Shuri, his mother, which would be Nakia, his probably protector would be Okoye, and his grandmother, Ramonda. They could be training him, coaching him, grooming him to be the next Black Panther. And on Black Panther 3, Return of the King, we see the new T'Challa. Or they can do Azuri, but I think T'Challa would be better, and that way we could transition, and that would give Ryan Coogler, Kevin Feige more time to find the perfect actor to fill Chadwick Boseman's shoes. I think this is a healthy, this not healthy, but I think this is a compromise for people or the fans, some that want T'Challa recasted and some that don't. I think this would be acceptable. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be respectful. That he had a son with Nakia. He's not old enough to protect Wakanda in Black Panther 2. So Shuri, and there is source material that Shuri was Black Panther at one time. She holds a Black Panther mantle. If they can do that, get back with this movie, then write a good story on Wakanda 3, Return of the King. I'm going to go ahead and quote that and go ahead and use that, Mr. Coogler, Mr. Feige. And we get introduced to the new T'Challa. That, I think, would be very, very, very good writing. And I think it would not, I think would satisfy the fans that want T'Challa to be recast and those that don't. But that's the only way that I see they can do it. If they're bringing somebody new and saying that he's from a different multiverse, universe or something, I don't think that's going to sit with too well. Because we already see in the current clips of the upcoming movie that T'Challa has died. Got the murals on the side of the building, and like the parade or the funeral, or everyone dressed in white. I even heard rumors that Storm was going to be in some shape, form, or fashion. Not as a love interest, but someone that T'Challa actually saved. But I think, and like I said, for those of you, you can agree or disagree, but I think that him and Nakia had a baby. He's going to be an infant or a toddler in this Black Panther 2. Wakanda Forever, and then in Black Panther 3, which could be 2 years from now, it could be phase 5 or even phase 6. We see the new T'Challa that has been groomed, like I said, by these 4 women here: his aunt, his mother, his protector, and his grandmother. They could mold him and shape him, teach him the traditions, and even M'Baku could be like a mentor and teach him all the traditions of Wakanda, and then introduce him in Wakanda 3, Return of the King, the new T'Challa, keep rolling. I think that would definitely be acceptable. So I'm going to see what people are saying about that. Let's see. Eddie Ray said, hi, Mads. Mads say, that theory sounds familiar. I don't know where you heard it from else, because that's all Danny with that theory. Dan, I'm saying, pretty sure that name's been used before. I like the idea, though. Mads, I suggested a similar theory a while back. Immediately, I suggested Storm as a mother. Oh, I didn't hear that. Well, it was a good idea if you suggested it, but that's the only way that I see that fans that want him to be recast and fans that don't, it would be acceptable that he has a son and his son takes his namesake. And it won't be the original T'Challa, but it would be T'Challa, and it still would be this magical word that people like. It still would be canon, so to speak. Just a different T'Challa. So that's what I hope they would do. That's what I think would be one of the smart things to do. I think it would still satisfy fans on both sides of the fence. So that's my theory on that. I think that's the only way. Man, it was on your show, Danny, LOL, and you let that in too. Okay, I don't remember that. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I don't remember it. But it's a cool idea. Cool idea. Well, that's the only way I think that it will not turn over the apple cart, so to speak. Because some fans, no, he shouldn't be recasted. Some fans are yes. I'm the one. I don't want to recast it now, but if they write it that like his son, I don't want to keep sounding redundant. That he has a son, and they name his son after him for his namesake, T'Challa. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then Shuri could go back into her role as the inventor and teaching him that side of the skill set. And then, of course, Okoye could teach him the fighting style, the skill set. His mom could teach him how to be the spy. And then his grandmother could teach him just the history of it. So I think he'd be well-rounded. And then M'Baku could show him the different aspects of the different tribes. So I definitely think that is the way to go. And I know some people will be like, well, Danny, they done replaced Superman. We done had about 6, 7 Superman. We done had about 4 or 5 Batman. We done had, yeah, you did. I can't deny that. I think let me count Superman now. I can't think of the guy before Christopher Reeves, but he's 1. And Christopher Reeves is 2. Then Brian Ruth is 3. Henry Cavill is 4. So far, they've had 4 that I can think on top of my head. No, and Tyler Hoechlin, whatever, that's on CW. So they got 5 different Supermen. But to me, Superman did not move the needle for a people like T'Challa and Chadwick Boseman did. I can tell you firsthand, when Black Panther first came out, in my second job, I interviewed a lot of people for an investigator type position. And every black family that I went to, that movie came up, that conversation. I've never had that kind of reception or that kind of fever pitch on other movies. Other black movies, other white movies, any kind of genre you want to say, I've never had like, hey, did you see such and such? But every black family I went to, every black person I met on the street doing either one of my jobs, a lot of times, more likely than not, hey man, you see Black Panther? So I don't think that Superman or Batman moves didn't move and make a social statement like Black Panther did. When I saw Black Panther, it blew my mind. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that it is a masterpiece because there were some issues with it, especially in the third act. The fighting scene, the special effects were off. I don't know why they dropped the ball on that. But for the most part, when I rank them, it usually ends up in my top 5. I don't know if that's more heart than head, but and it's a movie that every time it comes on TV and I see it, I usually sit down and watch it. I can't tell you how many times I've watched that movie. Another theory I have, which probably much is going to go out the window, is that Killmonger could be that, but based on what we heard and what we see on the trailer, Killmonger is going to be in the ancestral plane, so that's not going to be an option. But technically, we didn't see him die. Well, we saw him get stabbed, and he pulling the dagger out, a knife out, and like he slumped over dead. But we know that Wakanda had their medical technology and science is leaps and bounds ahead of us. What they could have done is say, look, T'Challa, take one of those beads off like they put in the agent. And when Killmonger shot him in the back, it can sustain him until he gets back into Shuri's lab. She could put him in one of those tools he did like Bucky Barnes. Put him in suspended animation and treat him. They could have done that too. But it doesn't look like they're going to make Killmonger redeem him, give him a redemption arc. Know a lot of my buddies, Anzo, and I want to thank Chris Knight. They were like, he's killed too many people, but so did Bucky, so did the Winter Soldier. But then they said, well, he's under mind control. A death is a death. And Tony didn't give a damn about him being under mind control when he saw he killed his parents. He tried to kill the Winter Soldier, and he was fighting pretty hard against Cap. So dead is dead, whether it be mind control or yet you meant to do it or whatever the case may be. You kill somebody's loved one, then chances are they're not going to be forgiven. But anyway, what do you think? You have any thoughts on this? Think it's pretty much full of junk, or you got any other ways that the transition could happen to him being recasted? Do you feel he should be recasted, whether he shouldn't? Any questions that you may have, feel free to ask. We've been here 17 minutes. I might try and stay 30, 45 minutes, depending on the questions. Or if there are any questions, then I can wrap it up. And I just want to say I appreciate those of you that came by, stopped by. Dandelion Fluff, definitely. Maz, Mama Bear, definitely. Eyes Only, thank you. I appreciate it. Eddie Rage, what's up? Thank you for coming by. And trying to think, anything else? Oh yeah, tomorrow night, if you're not doing anything, 8:30, we'll be doing our ranking of, I think, the 100 best candy bars or something. I know we got an ass of candy bars on that list, so we'll be trying to rank to see what's the top 3 candy bars of all time. Eyes Only said, I said from the beginning that Chadwick Boseman should be recast. Like I said, this is the only way that I think he should be recast. Just straight out recasting him, I don't like that. But if, like I said, he has a son, and he does that, they give him his name and make him the next T'Challa, I'll be cool with that. Other than that, I don't want to see him recasted. Then Lance says she can't comment much listening from work. Oh, I thought you was off. Thank you for doing it, man. Tuning in at work, man. I appreciate it. Then Lance said, I want candy. Yeah, I want man some candy too. You just want me to sing that song like I did last night. I see a Jedi mind trick. I see it. Mad said, I love to see a son of T'Challa. I don't think they're bringing in a variant. I don't either, Maz. I don't. The only variant that I really want to see, that if they get Tom Cruise to be a superior Iron Man, that would have been really cool. But I think it would have been a slap in, rub down his face, since he breathed life into that character, and then he's not going to be the best version of that character. I think that would have been a slap in the face. But at some point, I wouldn't mind seeing Superior Iron Man. That would be awesome. I'm looking forward to chocolate jokes tomorrow. Okay? I'm sure you're going to have one. I had the list. I don't know what I did with it, but I mean, it was an ass of candy. But definitely tomorrow, 8:30, it's going to be who's the best. Well, I can tell you now. Right now, I used to be, when I was a little boy, Three Musketeers. My grandmother got me on Three Musketeers. I used to eat those like crazy. Now I follow something called Nutrageous, and Nutrageous is heaven. Reese's made it. It got some kind of nougat in there that's real sweet with peanuts. I think on the outside and inside. If you never have one, definitely get one. It's called Nutrageous. It is outstanding. It is my favorite candy bar right now. What's up, Basil? Then I said, yes, I do. I knew someone was singing. It made me happy. So happy that you did. Okay, I'm glad that you did. Okay, I want candy. I want candy. So I hope that makes your day, Dandelion. Eyes Only said, even if he's still evil, I would love to see Killmonger again. Oh, definitely. Killmonger is a beast. Bowser, what's up? Man, I say nutrageous isn't up here. Isn't it up? Isn't up here? Uh, you need to go down south. Cross over into Detroit and get you some nutrageous. That shit is delicious. Delicious. I like so many. Up here or down here, if you in Canada, there's so many candy bars. Whatchamacallit, Mars, um, Crackle, Butterfinger. I used to smell out some Butterfinger too. One thing about Butterfinger, sometimes it sticks in your teeth a lot. Yeah, but man, uh, it's gonna be difficult because there's a lot of candies on that list I like. I don't like the almond joy, and I don't like York peppermint patty. That's disgusting. Um, I can be Joy the man. Can act. Yes, very good, very good. I like Michael Jordan. Deadline, yay! Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad you that tickled your fancy. Mad say they have Mbaku. I'm happy. Who has Mbaku? You talking about in the movie? One day maybe we could do a candy exchange. I know we have stuff here that y'all don't. Yeah, sure. One thing, boy, about mailing I mailed a shirt or something to Anzo. Oh my God. I thought I had to give him my fingers, one of my testicles, a foot. I mean, it was expensive. I was like, what? How much you say? Luckily, I love Anzo because I've been like, bro, this right here. But I sent it to him, but that mail to Canada is quite expensive. Bowser said, I still think Denzel's son is the best show. Hey, it could be him. Um, the little boy could grow up and it could be him. So I'm just saying that will give a little more time to pass, and people maybe would kind of soften on their stance if they're against him being recasted. But hey, 2 years from now, 2.5, they could Black Panther 3. I'm saying Return of the King is the name of the title. I'm saying, and we introduced to Mr. Washington, and he is the next T'Challa. I'm cool with it. I think he could pull it off, but I still think it's a bit too early. And some people are saying, I heard some people saying, yeah, I'm glad you said that, Bowser. Made me think of something else. Some people are saying that Disney or whoever is capitalizing off of his death. I don't think that's true. And here's why. Chadwick Boseman knew, well, he came to a realization, in my opinion, that he wasn't going to be able to beat the cancer or whatever the illness he had. So I think he had a talk in the final days or final weeks with Kevin Feige and Ryan Coogler, and I think he probably gave him his blessing or said, "Look, this is what I like to see happen," or "It's this," or "Keep it going." I think he said something along those lines. I don't think that Ryan Coogler and Kevin Feige is just putting stuff together and trying to capitalize on Chadwick Boseman's death. I could be totally wrong, but my gut feeling, the way I observe stuff, and like the old people say, I'm kind of reading the tea leaves. And the tea leaves don't tell me that they're doing something dirty or doing something trying to capitalize. The tea leaves are telling me from what I can see and what I think based on just a rational thought process that Chadwick Boseman, I'm pretty sure in his last days, he told his wife, he told his family, and he probably said Kugler and Feige, he want XYZ done. And I think they're following XYZ. I still think that some people, the fans, are saying recast because T'Challa's character was such an iconic character, and I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying that I think that Chadwick Boseman breathed life into that. It's going to be a while. I think it's going to take a few. Just like people say the same thing about the next Wolverine. In your mind, you can only picture Hugh Jackman. Is there someone else out there that can do it? Yes. But right now, you ain't trying to hear that. We want to try and let some time pass. Let's kind of forget a little bit. Let the wound, so to speak, heal, and then we're gonna cast the next Wolverine. That same process, in my opinion, should be taken for T'Challa. And like I said, I agree with you, Basel. I think you said it. Denzel Washington's son would be an excellent choice. I think he could do it, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. What's up, Big O Show? Appreciate you coming by, man. Thank you. You say Yolanda Knoll is my choice. Don't know who that is. Eyes Only says, I don't think they can help it. They're all kind of in between a rock and a hard place. Basel says, Ryan wouldn't disrespect Cheryl like that. I agree 1000%. He would not do it. I think Ryan Coogler and Chad Boseman had a conversation before he died, and I'm pretty sure Mr. Coogler is following his wishes. I feel quite strongly saying that. Boy, Lonely Man would ask y'all questions. What kind of questions, El Pero del Antumo? I know I fucked that up, but thank you, man, for coming. I appreciate it. Man, I said I agree, Eyes Only. I guess she's agreeing to where he said, I don't think they can help it. They're all kind of in a rock and a hard place. That's probably true. EPDA, that's what I'm calling it, EPDA. EPDA. Truly, I wouldn't want to have Black Panther 2 without Chadwick. Yeah, I wouldn't want it to, but it's going to happen. Like I said, for those of you that come in late, I think that Chadwick Boseman had a child with Nakia. I showed a clip earlier where at the end of Black Panther 1, they were kissing and he asked her to stay. And she seemed very obliging. She kissed him back. Music went off. She didn't seem that she wasn't going to fight his request. So I think she stayed and they had a child. And what I would do in this movie right here, Wakanda Forever, I would show that child, maybe as a baby and a toddler or whatever, whichever one you want to choose, and then let time pass. And the next time we see him will be in Wakanda 3, and he's a young teenager, maybe at the beginning of the movie. Then some more time pass, and we see a young-looking Mr. Denzel Washington's son, I can't think of his name, as the new Black Panther, new T'Challa, and he's being challenged by somebody in that fighting tournament they do to be crowned the king, and we start from there. That would suit me just fine. I have zero problem with that. EPDA says, but Mark with the C wouldn't want to assure the Black Panther itself. It was what Chadwick would have wanted to continue legacy. This might piss people off, and I hope it don't. I think the Black Panther is more important. The character is more important than T'Challa. They're one and the same, and I'll give you an example. Batman is more important than Bruce Wayne to me. Wonder Woman is more important than Diana Prince. Superman is more important than Clark Kent. If we see a movie with Superman and Wonder Woman and we never see Diana Prince or never see Clark Kent, never see Bruce Wayne in the movie, we'd be cool. If we always see the Batman the whole time, we would be cool. Can they sprinkle them in there? Yeah, of course. But I don't think T'Challa is more important than Black Panther. At least that's just my 2 cents. Or at least assure that an individual with heart, soul, and dedicated selfness would take the mantle of Black Panther. I agree with you, bro. Yep. You got to have some heart and soul and be dedicated to fill that role. I think it should be Michael B. Jordan. What's up, Gus Webb? Thank you for coming in. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan earlier was one of my candidates for the position. I'm going to tell you how I said it could be done. Now, we last saw Michael B. Jordan with the dagger that T'Challa, when him and T'Challa was fighting in the tunnel. T'Challa did that move and was able to stab him. Then T'Challa took him to the cliff, and he could see the Wakanda sunset, and he made that thing about his people and all that kind of stuff. And when he take out the dagger, it seems that he slumped down and was dead. What they could show in Wakanda 2 is that Shuri is calling T'Challa. T'Challa, this is Shuri. Are you okay? Yeah, fine. Where's Killmonger? He's dead. How long or whatever? Take one of your bees and put them in there and bring them to my laboratory. She could have used that Wakandan magic and science and stuff. Got them back, put them in the tube, heal them up, and start the reconditioning like they did Bucky and White Wolf. And then when Namor or Doctor Doom, whatever comes there, Shuri ain't got that dog in her. She just don't. So what do? They go to the tube. Hey, Killmonger, we need you to save us. We need you. They get him. Maybe they don't make him the Black Panther, but they give him Black Panther-like powers of the suit, whatever, because he still got the heart-shaped herb in him. He still has that heart-shaped herb, so he has Black Panther powers. He goes there, he saves Wakanda, he redeems himself, and then maybe not this movie, but the next movie, they make him the Black Panther King of Wakanda. Now, there is source material. There is comic books where Killmonger is the Black Panther, and he also works with the Avengers. So there is source material that could back that up. Whether or not people want to see that, because I have friends of mine that say he's killed too many people, he's this, and this. But I'm saying the redemption arc, they could do the redemption arc. Same way that the White Wolf, aka Winter Soldier, was redeemed, they could redeem Killmonger too. I'm just saying it could be done. Just my opinion, my 2 cents. Eyes only says I think they might recast, but you basically saw Black Panther at the end of that teaser. Well, I think they might recast because we basically saw Black Panther at the end of that teaser. I might have missed that. It was Killmonger's suit. Okay, I might have to look at it again. Black Panther is a mantle. His father was Black Panther. That is true. As a horticulturalist, that word is kick my ass. As a horticulturalist, I still say the plants with the magic flower totally could grow back. It's true, but it looked like it was pretty short to me. I mean, I don't know. I know when you burn grass that it grows back, but I don't know if those heart-shaped herbs have the same properties as the as grass and other things. So you could be totally correct. Like they were in a controlled environment though, so I'm pretty sure the heart-shaped herb and vibranium is probably in the soil, so they probably could grow back. But right now, based on what we've seen, Killmonger destroyed all of them, and the only two that have it in their system, as we currently know, is T'Challa and Killmonger. So we shall see. Then if T'Challa has a baby, and then that could work too. T'Challa has a baby with Nakia, he could pass on his powers because he's Black Panther, and maybe he pass on his powers that way, and they don't need the heart shaped herb. That could be possible. He passed on his powers. I'm pretty sure he didn't take that stuff to take the powers away from him. So if they had a child, and maybe when she got pregnant, he passed on some of his Black Panther power genetics to the child. That could be possible. EPDA says, good idea, but ain't Killmonger dead watching Wakanda in the sunset? Something similar to Arthur Morgan's death from Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, I'm just saying my idea, if they want to use Killmonger as next Black Panther, that is something that is viable that they could use. You know, those bees have magical properties. If you remember when Killmonger shot the agent, I can't think of the agent's name, and he got shot in the back, T'Challa took off one of his beads and put in the wound, and it was able to sustain him until he got back to Shuri's lab. I'm saying the same. If it worked for him, it should work for Killmonger, because Killmonger probably is physically stronger and can endure more than the agent. So I'm saying that's something they possibly could have done and would explain that, and people wouldn't feel like, what the hell. Gus Webb said, I don't think it would be smart to make a female Black Panther right now. Maybe a spinoff series, but not now. It shows women don't support other women when it comes to combat. Whoa. I don't think it would be smart to make a female Black Panther right now. Maybe a spinoff series, but not now. it shows women don't support other women when it comes to comic book movies. Explain that. I don't know if I agree with that. Shuri is a badass in this because if you watch Thor: Love and Thunder, the female Thor was better than Thor. I like Jane Foster Thor way better than Thor because she's more serious and more attuned with the powers. And Thor was like Chris Hemsworth was acting like a dork. Some of that movie, most of that movie to me. So I don't know if I necessarily agree with that statement, as well. But you can tell it to your thoughts. It would be a financial risk for Marvel. I don't know. I got faith in Kevin Feige and Ryan Coogler, so I don't know about that. All he would have to do was to miss a few roots and they'll grow back. I bow to your knowledge on that particular subject, Dan Land. Massive. M'Baku had the herb too, and that wasn't destroyed. No, I didn't see that. Where he had the herb at? They tried to offer it to him, but he didn't take it. They used the herb to bring back CHALLA when he had the herb. Refresh my memory on that. He did, Mads Mama Bear. When he had the herb, I don't know what y'all talking about. That's how T'Challa was possible after falling off the waterfall. And Baku didn't have it. Nakia, she stole it before. If you go back and watch it, Nakia went to the cave where the heart-shaped herbs is at. She stole one and she took it and offered it to M'Baku. He refused it and showed him T'Challa's half-dead body. And then that's when the mom made the heart-shaped herb liquid stuff and gave it to him. And then they covered him up in the snow. So M'Baku never had it. Yeah, I'm positive on that. M'Baku never had that. Nakia stole, she went to the cave and got one of the heart-shaped plants. And she offered it to M'Baku. M'Baku refused to take it and showed them T'Challa's body and said one of his guys found him when he was fishing. And the snow and the ice was the only thing keeping him alive. And that's when Shuri's mama, Ramona, got the bowl and she grind up the heart-shaped herb and they poured it in him and they covered him up with the snow. And he went back to the ancestral plains and cussed out his daddy and like, you are wrong. You are wrong. You should have not left him there, father. You are wrong. I'm going to straighten up some mistakes. All that kind of stuff. Hey, I don't watch Black Panther. I guarantee you 100 times. So, M'Baku never had that herb. You go back and watch it. Mads Mom Bear High. What's up, Valzad? Comment chat. What's up, Valzad? Glad you dropped by. It's not that women don't support other women. It's all the fanboys running around crying. Oh, yeah, not me. Hey, the last movie, I'm not a fan of Thor: Love and Thunder. And you just heard me say the female Thor was much better than the male Thor. I don't give a damn about no sexes. As long as you're a badass, as long as you're good, I don't care. Male, female, black, white, blue, green, I don't care. So you never hear the MCU come out of my mouth. You have faith, but look at Phase 4. It was trash. Phase 4 was the weakest of the out of the four phases. Phase 4 was the weakest. I will give you that. I'm not gonna call anything trash. And the reason why is because if you were in this genre or you do something for a living, and you pour your blood, sweat, and tears in it, and it may not be what somebody said, but it's not trash. It's just not to your liking. So I'm not going to use the word trash and garbage like some other YouTubers do. If that's what you want to use, that's totally up to you. I'm not bashing your choice of word. I'm just saying I'm not going to use that because we sit here and criticize a lot of times about things we know little about. I know films are good. I know how they're made, but I'm not a film expert. I don't write stories. I don't write books. I can empathize or I can kind of visualize about what I would do, but I haven't done that. So I'm not going to be this ultra critical on somebody. And I'm not going to keep beating a dead horse. If I see a movie and I say I like it or don't like it, or especially the latter, if I don't like it, I may say it on one or two shows, but you're not going to see me going 6 months down the road. Oh, that's trash. I'm not going to do that. Because like I said, um, I've been on this planet for over half a century. Some of these things I saw as a child, I never thought I would be seeing at this level. So I'm not gonna call it trash. I'm just gonna say it was underwhelming, not to my liking, not my cup of tea. Um, like I said, I grew up watching the old Spider-Man with Peter Hammond, Shazam, um, and now to see it, if anybody watch and keep follow me, no, I'm not a fan of Shazam. I don't like the portrayal of Zachary Levi. I think they should get a different person playing Shazam. But I'm still gonna watch it. I'm not a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. The first one is okay. The second one, I don't like it at all. Not my cup of tea. Not something I'll probably watch again. But I'm just not gonna. I think trash and garbage are words that shouldn't be used because these people um, poured out of blood and sweat. Um, Everybody's not gonna like it. Some people are. Um, even as bad as I think the last three Star Wars was, I don't think they're garbage or trash. It's something I probably never watch again. But Star Wars is got such a connection to my childhood, to my adulthood. I'm gonna go watch whatever comes out Star Wars. I'm probably gonna go watch it. Like we just saw the indoor trailer a few days ago. It seems okay, all right. I'm not. I don't know if, like I said, they're gonna release the first three. I'm gonna watch the first three and make my decision whether or not I join others on a round table to discuss it. But I'm not going. I don't think I'm ever. Something's gonna have to be really. I mean, really, really bad, or really, really racial, or something like that for me to say it's trash or garbage. I'm just not gonna say that. I'm gonna make a conscious effort not to call someone else stuff as trash or garbage. 'Cause I wouldn't want if I was a filmmaker or something like this, or doing something or producing a product or IP, I wouldn't want to be called trash. I just want you to say, "Hey, it's not my cup of tea. I didn't like it." But that's just me. Actually, Nakia stole the herb before Killmonger burnt. That's just what I said. Confirmation. I'll rewatch. Yes, rewatch it, man. I'm not lying to you. What's up, Mike? It's not the fanboys crying at MCU, my lady. It's the performative YouTuber grifters that cry that. What's up, Mike? You saying peace? Well, come on in, bro. Valzar said, and Baku refused because their people did not believe in such things. Yeah, he didn't. He never had it. They offered it to him because they thought he'd be their best chance to defeat Killmonger, but he declined. He's like, nah, not this time. Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? As only says, I haven't seen any movie 100 times, maybe 50 times. Okay. You get my picture. You get my meaning on that. Mike says, my lady, like the new Avatar? Man, I'll admit, I'm probably wrong on the herb. Man, I feel like you were concentrating more on Baku than the actual story at that particular time. So I would give you a pass. I've done that before in movies too, particularly Catwoman. I don't what the layer scene when she's strutting. I pay more attention to that than the whole movie. So I get where you're coming from. I'll give you a pass on that. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Catch y'all later. Time to head home. Interesting chat, Danny. Thank you, Danline. Drive safe. Drive safe. Be safe. Be well. I know you won't pop on the stream yelling over a mistake like, I don't know, Gray Jedi. I didn't pop on that. That was Robert Storm that went berserk that night. I'll never forget that. I just said I have never found anything to validate any Gray Jedi. I went through every episode of Clone Wars, and I went through every episode of Rebels, and there is no reference to a gray Jedi. So that's all I'm saying. I'm one of these people. I like to research. I like to be right. People say something, I will go look it up. A lot of times you see me on stream and somebody says something, and they be like, yeah, I'm sure. And you see me kind of look down on my phone, chances are I'm researching, I'm typing something to look. And if they're wrong, I'll be like, oh, well, this right here said blah, blah, blah. Or if somebody says something definitively, show me the receipts. Show me the receipts. You show me the receipts, or you show me video footage where somebody says something. Because a lot of people that come on here and be like, well, George Lucas said something. Okay, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm telling you, I ain't heard that before. It don't sound right. But if you show me or send me the link where he says such, such, and such, I will concede that you are right. Valzar said, I don't want the T'Challa story to continue. There's a cool comic room where we get Black Panther versus Deadpool. I don't necessarily want to see that, but I wouldn't not watch it, but I wouldn't want to. There ain't nothing I'm really clamping to see. Hold on 1 minute.
I know the black can.
Valzar said, Dandelion Fluff, have a good night. Gus Webb said, there's no direction in phase 4. Come on, we'll critique everything in human nature. Trash, garbage, just another word for it's not good. Oh, yeah. Hey, I am not coming here saying you can't use whatever words you want. I'm just saying I'm not going to do that because I know it can be a little hurtful, man, especially if you put your heart and soul into something. Thank you, little buddy. And somebody said, this is trash. I just said, it's not my cup of tea. That sounds much more like the golden rule. Treat others like you have them. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. If you put your heart and soul into something and somebody say, hey, you say, Gus, that is a bunch of garbage and trash and mule shit. Would that make you feel some kind of way? Versus I say, hey, Gus, hey, good work on that, bro, but that's not my cup of tea. But hey, excellent. You gotta get out there and try and doing stuff because you say something is trash or garbage, you could be morally whipping the next Steven Spielberg, the next, if they don't have that strong mental toughness to persevere and keep going. So that's just the outlook I look at it. So, like I said, not trying to preach or anything. And yeah, we're gonna critique. I'm just not one of those people that gonna stay on the subject forever and ever and ever. Every time you see my channel, every time I see a stream, I'm talking about the same stuff over and over and over. I try not to do that. There's sometimes when like I stream on Chaos Central, we stream 3 nights a week. We may talk about the thing, and then Sunday nights I stream on Storms Live, and you may get a week of it. I've done that before, but like 2 or 3 weeks, or you seeing videos me popping up, talking, I don't do all that. I talk about it and keep it moving. Gus, man, say, well, you probably right. M'Baku is my baby. Baby. Okay. What if Nakia is pregnant with T'Challa's son? We've already discussed that the whole stream, bro. For the last 50 minutes, we've discussed that. That is my theory that she and T'Challa have a child, a son. They're going to name the son T'Challa. And in Black Panther 3, which I'm going to go ahead and give you the name, what I would call it, The Return of the King, we see him as a grown man getting ready to go through the trials to become the next Black Panther. That's right there. I done did 20% of the work for you. Now, Ryan Coogler, you go ahead and finish the rest. You can cut me a check. I'll take $15,000 for the idea and be cool with it. And about 5% of the merchandising for about 4 or 5 years, and I'm good to go. Whew. Belzard says, Maz Mama Bear, what's up? Drop Shot says, shoot, never got a notification. Hey, Danny, what's up, Drop Shot? Thank you. Thank you. Valzar said, Sorry, I just got here. What's up, Perp? Salute to you too, brother. Like I say, I'm gonna do a quick recap for those of you that's coming in late. This stream is all about an idea that I got. Mad said that she thought about it earlier, so we're gonna um, take co recognition for this idea. But basically, I'm saying the only way in my mind, if you are a fan that T'Challa should be recasted, is that him and uh Nakia, and I'm gonna show you a picture. This was actually in the movie. In the movie, they kiss. He's telling her, "Thank you for saving my life," and he kisses her, and then she kisses him back, and then he asks her to stay, and then they go into a long hug and kiss session. And it goes off to this nice music, goes off to a different scene. I believe she stayed. I believe they had a child, and that child will be T'Challa Jr. or the next T'Challa for have his namesake. In Wakanda Forever, we may see the child either as a infant or a toddler. But because he's not old enough to take on the mantle, Shuri has to come up with some kind of way, and she wears the Black Panther long enough to reunite Wakanda and help whatever forces is knocking at our door. We don't know whether it's going to be Doom. They're kind of saying it's going to be Namor, but we don't know. It could be Namor and her team up at the end, and Doom reveals himself. We don't know. This is what I'm saying now is speculation. What I would like to see, but then Wakanda 3, not Wakanda, but a Black Panther 3, and the name I would give it is Return of the King. We see a fully grown T'Challa, the son. He's like 20, 21. He's about to go through the trials to become the Black Panther. And he's been taught his whole life by these four women. His aunt, Shuri, his mother, Nakia, his protector and probably teacher of martial arts and all that kind of stuff would be Okoye, and then his grandmother, of course, Ramona. They teach him, show him all the traditions, and of course, in Baku, they show him all the traditions, teach him all the traditions to prepare him to become the next Black Panther. And that's what we see and is revealed in Black Panther 3, Return of the King. That's what Danny Graham just said. I had a little bit of help from Bad Mom Bear, who said it, that she said something similar to that on an earlier show. But that is what I think would be an acceptable way to transition from Chadwick Boseman to the next T'Challa. And somebody even said, I think it was Basel, that the perfect person to play him would be Denzel Washington's son, which I think that's an excellent choice. I think he could pull it off. So that is what I would like to see. So if anybody can get this to Ryan Coogler, Kevin Feige, hey, finder's fee, I take $15,000, $20,000 for cooking up the idea and rock with it, bro. But that's what this whole streaming was about. Just idea I had and I want to share with y'all. I was going to say, well, I say I think people are making this more complicated than it needs to be. Hey, that's with everything. Every aspect of life is that. Man, say we do not know there is a birth in the movie. We don't know at this particular time. I was going to say, see, T'Challa has so much history. So you think Marvel will have a 20-year jump between Black Panther 2 and 3? They could. I'm not saying they won't. I'm saying they could have it. Wakanda could be out of the picture after this movie. They could focus on other aspects of the Marvel universe. I mean, they did a 5-year jump with the blip, so they could do another jump. I don't know. I'm saying it is possible. And phase, if this is going to be, I think he said Black Panther is going to be the end of phase 4. We cannot have any Black Panther all of phase 5. Then phase 6, either in the beginning or the middle, could be Black Panther 3. That's a lot of time between the end of phase 4 to the beginning of the middle of phase 6. A lot of years could have passed. It's possible. I don't know. Just saying that is an acceptable theory. Because we're gonna see the birth of Namor on this movie. You see him in the water, and then next time we see him, he's grown. So some time had to pass. We don't know how long, we don't know when he was born, but we see in this movie definitely that Namor was a child born underwater. And then fast forward, we see him a grown ass man. So I don't know how they're going to do that, but we're going to see here shortly. Matt said, "Hey, Anzo, what's up?" There's a birth in the trailer. Yeah, birth of Namor. You can see him underwater. You can see the wings on his ankles. That is Namor. And then we see him a grown ass man. So 20 something years had to pass then. I'm not sure where in the timeline he was born. We have to figure that out. I'm saying there's a possibility. Namor, mutant. Yes. He could grow at a faster, mature at a faster rate. I don't know. Yep, of course, man. Even in credits. I was going to say, I like your ideas, especially one about Killmonger. Thank you. Yeah, I've been kicking that around for a long time, but like I said, other YouTubers like, nah, the redemption arc, don't want to see him. Hey, at the end of the day, bro, I always say this is fake stuff, so ain't nothing I'm really getting mad and upset about. However they do it, I'm gonna watch it because I'm vested in the MCU. I'm vested in Star Wars, Star Trek, all that stuff. So I'll say, and like I said, I won't call it garbage or trash. I'll just say it's not my cup of tea or I didn't like it. If you watch my critique on Thor: Love and Thunder, I didn't ever call it garbage or trash. I just said this is one of the worst ones I've seen. I don't think that what's the director name again? What is his name? The director of Thor: Love and Thunder. I can't think of what it is. God, what is his name? I have a damn brain. What is the director of Thor: Love and Thunder? What is his name? Whatever. I don't think he should be. His style of directing is, to me, it's just not suitable for comic book characters. I just don't like it. Taika Waititi, that's his name. Taika Waititi. I don't care for his particular style of directing as it pertains to comic book characters, especially ones that are supposed to be more serious, like Thor. So I don't know. That's a flashback, though. A little different than Between You Jump. I think that's a big gap. Excuse me. You could be right. I don't know. So we shall see. Like I said, I don't know what the MCU time frame that he was born in. Don't have a clue. But I guess we will see all that whenever it comes out. Man said, think of how hard it would be to find shoes when you have wings or ankles. I become a villain too. Really. There's a certain thing called flip flops, sandals. I think that could probably suffice. But Bowser said LOL. Taika Waititi. Yep, that's his name. I figured it out. Appreciate it. Hey, Big Before Entertainment. All right, people. Well, that is all I got. The questions seem to stop coming in, and I've been on here right at 59 minutes and 53 seconds. It was a good chat. I appreciate all of those people that came in and gave me questions and support and things to talk about. I'll go through my chat one more time. Dandelion Fluff came in. Maz Mama Bear came in. Eyes Only came in. I appreciate it all. Eddie Rage stopped by. After Eddie Ray's, it was who else? Basel came by. Appreciate it, Basel. My boy Anzo came by. The Big O Show dropped in. Thank you. LEPDA, he came by, asked a few questions. I appreciate it. Gus Webb came in. Thank you, sir. Who else? I don't want to miss anybody. Valzad came in. Thank you, Valzad. I appreciate it, bro. Mike came in from Road Comics. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Who else? Don't want to miss anyone. Drop Shop came by. Thank you, Drop Shop. I appreciate it. Perp Minded came by. Thank you, Perp. Always appreciate it. Mad says, LOL, he always autocorrects that. Gus Webb said, okay, later, Danny. Anzo said, well, we know no BP3 until 2024, so they can do anything. Yep, you're right. So we shall see. Like I said, I think Basel said the perfect person would be Denzel Washington's son, and hey, I have no problem with that. So I can see him being next to CHALLA in the next couple of years, 2024, even 2025. Wouldn't bother me at all. Basel says D23 will show Phase 6 lineup of movies and series. We shall see. We know that Phase 6 is going to start with the Fantastic Four and end with Secret Invasion and Kang's Dynasty. So we know the bookend of Phase 6. We're just going to find out what the pages are actually going to be in it. Should be some good movies, man. Should be some good movies. I'm ready to see it. Ready to see what D23 is going to do. So until next time, people, thank you very much for your support. It is definitely appreciated. And like I said before I go, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Please hit that notification bell. Please leave me a thumbs up. Now, don't ask me how the thumbs up helps with the algorithm. All I know that it does. Don't worry about the thumb down. They kind of took that out. And also, leave a comment. Any comment that you leave, I try to read, and I try to respond back to you in a timely fashion because I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to leave me a comment. Eyes only say I can't wait for X-Men. Yeah, X-Men is going to be good. I'm not sure how they're going to introduce that. I do remember Samuel Jackson finished filming for a TV series. Not sure what TV series that is. But Samuel Jackson is the best. So anything he's in, I'd be definitely interested in seeing. But until next time, like I said, if you're not doing anything tomorrow, 8:30 tomorrow, we'll be on Anzo's channel. We'll be doing the ranking of the favorite chocolate, the best chocolate candy. They keep coming in. Albert Lewis said it's disrespectful to recast him. I don't know if I'd use a stronger word like disrespectful, but I think there's a way they can do it that won't be deemed as disrespectful. Like I said, if you go back and watch this on the replay, you'll see my thoughts on that. So recasting him, I think it has to be done a certain way. One way in my mind that I think can be done is like what I said earlier in the show, and it won't piss people off or it won't feel like they're disrespecting him. For him to have a son and that son takes his name, I think would be the most respectful way to recast him. Eyes on a Secret Invasion. Yes, if you watch Comic-Con, it shows beginning of Phase 6 is the Fantastic Four movie, and the end of Phase 6 will be Secret Invasion. Before Secret Invasion will be Avengers Shang Dynasty. So those are the bookends of Phase 6. Someone said earlier, I'm not confirming that. I'm just going by what they said, that in D23, we will see the movies that are going to be in Phase 6. I haven't heard that. I'm just repeating what someone said here in the chat. I don't know that for certain. Seems logical, but anything that seems logical doesn't always happen. So I don't know when they're going to reveal it, but those 3 movies they definitely have revealed was going to be in Phase 6. So till next time, like I said, tomorrow we're going to be doing ranking the chocolate favorite, the best candy bar of all time, top 3 candy bars of all time. That'll be on Anzo's show. I believe it starts at 8:30. So if you're not doing anything and you probably want to have some good laughs tomorrow, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be cracking up over some of this candy bars and stuff, please tune in and check us out. We definitely appreciate the support. So until next time, take it easy. Peace.